We are live on Unfiltered, of course, the official podcast of the Vodacom Bulls. Mark Nankara Kunakan from Wani.
I was waiting to say that again.
Easily the most decorated guest we've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
93 caps for the Springboks, 2 World Cups, British and Irish Lions, trophy under his belt, former World Player of the Year nominee. No player has given more assists in the green and gold than this man. It is, of course, Willie Le Roux.
I have to clap for him.
Thank you,
Willie,
guys.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Great to have you.
Thank
Case,
you.
you have a question?
Yeah, no, and I just want to say, Willie, it's great to have you here. And just before we start, a bit of an icebreaker here. Willie, do you remember this photo?
Yes.
Of you and
I
Mark.
saw the photo.
saw the
Yeah, it was it was on his WhatsApp.
On his WhatsApp,
That's
yeah.
right.
And that's your pops in the back.
That's my dad at the back. That's 2019 now.
First World Cup that you won. That must have
Yeah.
been a special moment,
Yeah,
especially for him.
Full disclosure, obviously I was working with the Bucks for 2 years. We won the World Cup there at Yokohama. I'm drinking out of the World Cup, but as a person who hasn't won the World Cup as a non-player, you can't hold the World Cup yourself. So Willie kindly poured the champagne down my gullet.
Yeah.
We have the photo, greatest photo I think will ever be taken
Yes,
of me in history.
I mean, you made a lot of men jealous, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, and then out of the blue, I'm WhatsApping this man to get him on the podcast. I mean, that must have been an odd experience. You are in the profile picture.
Who's
of
this
WG.
little geezer?
Yeah, I was afterwards. I didn't know what is going on here. This seems like a bit funny. Why is he in the background drinking out of a trophy? And like,
Yeah.
crazy.
Brilliant. So I think first up, Willie, of course, son of the Strand. You played for all over South Africa, really. I mean, Sharks, Boland, Griquas, Cheetahs, Verblitz in Japan, Wasps. At the age of 34, after winning almost everything there is to win, you signed for the Vodacom Bulls. Did you ever think you would be a Bull?
To be honest, no, I didn't think I would ever be a Bull. My dad is a big Blue Bull supporter. From I was young when I was growing up. Obviously living in Cape Town and being a Bull supporter is a bit different dangerous for the Western Province supporters down there. But he's always been a Blue Bull, and it's just funny how the ride and where it takes you and how you get here. And now I'm a Blue Bull. I'm enjoying it so much. Been here for 3 days. It's unbelievable. The guys is unbelievable. Coaching staff, everyone. It's just 35 degrees every day when you train, so that's a bit tough, something to get used to. But yes, I'm looking forward to it. And all the games that I've played at Loftus for the Springboks has always been, it's a vibe and it's been unbelievable. And it's just always the people come out in numbers and say support. So yeah, I can't wait for the season to start and play my first game.
Yeah, but it's not really having you here is just so special for everyone involved. You know what I mean? It's Springbok and World Cup winner. But you speak about growing up in Cape Town and everything. Can you just take us back to Paul Roos? I know you've probably spoken about this so much, but it is a rugby factory, and and it's become, I think, the most Springboks now. Them in Bishop, if I'm not mistaken, come out of that school. Guys like you, Damon Williams. So tell us about your journey at Paul Roos, and then any famous guys you can tell us about that you played with, in the latter years.
So I think that 2006, as I went matric 2007, 2006 was the year where Paul Roos, I think, was number one. There are guys like Francois Hougaard, Stefan Dippenaar, that played sevens. A few guys to mention, they were a good side, and I was always on the Bitois. That was the second team, playing fly-off still at school. So my whole school career I played fly-off. It's only after school where I switched to fullback when I went Boland. So yeah, what an amazing school, and just Coach Davy Snyman, he coached me there. They were big on sevens, big on skills, big on passing, left hand, right hand, and then goose step and step. So that's the things I think where other schools warm up normally, the old South African way, maybe just carry the ball and stuff. Where at Paul Roos we had in warm up you had to goose each other, you had to step each other. It's more skill, stuff like that. So I think growing up with them and doing that every day helped in the future, and helped with your career, and helped by doing those things at the right moments in the game. So yeah, I got so thankful that I could get the opportunity to go to Paul Roos and learn from them over there.
Yeah, 100%. You can see the way you play, guys like Kaza play as well. And then you speak about Davi's name, and when you read about you and you listen to interviews that you have done, which of you, Davi's name, it seems like it was a big influence on your career.
Yeah.
In terms of you going to France as well.
Yeah.
Can you just give us a word about Davi's name? And
Yeah, no, he's obviously he's the attack coach of Stormers now. Davey, he helped me a lot at school, and after school I was not sort of a no man's land, but I couldn't get into Western Province Academy. Then I went to Boland, where you pay yourself to be there. And I played Boland club rugby at that stage. I played for Wellington. So you must think now on a Saturday I drive to Montetjie, I drive to Robertson, I drive to Worcester. I go play club rugby in the Boland. Every week you get 400 Rand for a game there at Wellington. So that's my petrol money there and back. So that's how things started for me, playing Boland club rugby. Then eventually the year after I got a chance to go to Marties. I didn't make the Varsity Cup. I think it was might be the first year of Varsity Cup or second year. I didn't get the opportunity for Varsity Cup, but they say you can come train with Marties. Dave helped with that over there. I started under 21B on the bench. A week after under 21A, a week after Vicks, week after first team, like that. And I played that whole season there for Marties. And then eventually Dave got me a gig to go to Racing Metro as an Espoir under 23 player. He helped me to get over there. Went over there, met with Frans Steyn there. He just won a World Cup. He's young. I met him there in Natal. He was still one of my heroes that time. I mean, I'm coming from Marties. I just played a bit of rugby, and this guy's just won a World Cup just after 07. And we stay in the same hotel. We become mates, play PlayStation in the room. I've told the story many times before.
And you guys go past 60
where we go by
TV.
65 inch for the hotel room. I mean, that's how. And then it didn't work out for me. Not work out for me there, but it was fun. I just had a feeling. I had an opportunity to come back home after 6 months. But it was a nice learning for me how they do things over there.
I think a quick one, Willie. I was going to ask this question later, but already now your story's been one of the underdog, right? Like never quite making it, cementing your place, having to move around. You said, earning $400 to go and play a club rugby per game, going to France, not quite making it, coming back. Do you feel like you have that underdog mentality, even now, winning, as I mentioned earlier, almost everything there is to win in rugby? Do you think you still have that underdog mentality?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think you get guys go out of school, SA schools, sign at a big union, play Currie Cup, play URC, get involved in the Springboks in their first year, they get all of that. You don't hear of guys that's played Boland Club Rugby, Province Cup Rugby, Espoir in France, all over the world. Boland Academy, where you have to pay yourself. Usually you can go for free, the sponsored guys or the guys that gets bursaries or stuff like that. So there isn't a lot of guys that I know that played Boland Club Rugby. I mean, you learn different things there. Then I played club rugby in the Super A-League for Marties, played in Province Club Rugby. So I've played in the club systems, I know all of that, and then you have to literally work your way all the way up. Then eventually you go Boland, you get opportunity to play first division. After that, Griquas, I get opportunity to go Griquas and then to play Currie Cup. So it was literally step by step by step by step. There's no jump there to another one. And they said if you're in the Griquas squad, or in the Griquas Currie Cup squad, you have the Griquas and Cheetahs are always together. Then you can play Super Rugby for Cheetahs. And then I went to the Cheetahs in the wider Super Rugby squad 2012. And from there on, I was on the bench the first game. I think it was Dusty Noble got injured. I came on half-time, and then from there on, I just played the wing the first 2 seasons for Cheetahs and 2013 Box.
But on that, you also mentioned that the Cheetahs is the club that sticks out for the most fun you maybe ever had in your career. And I mean that's where it really all started for you, because you said you started in 2012, 2013 you're a Springbok. So would you still say that was the most fun you had?
The 2012, 2013 seasons at Cheetahs was most fun. Off the field, on the field. The game plan we had, how we could play and how we expressed ourselves. And I had number 11 on my back, or number 14, but it was just for first phase. After that, you are everywhere where you pop in. Doesn't matter. Even if we had a move where I was on left wing and they've kicked off to the left side, I'll come in on 10 and I'll chip kick for the tight 5 to run through. Like inside your 22, you chip for the tight 5. Like we had moves like that. We went wide. People didn't. We just literally go wide all the time until there's space that opens. And then 23rd, when we got to the quarterfinals, we just lost against the Brumbies. with Rian Smith kicking from the corner against the post, where we could have drawn that game and went on and never know. And they came over here and beat the Bulls actually in the semi-final. So those are the areas that, you had so much fun and enjoyed yourself. And there people still, if I watch those games now, I think I make more mistakes then than I make now. But then no one never said anything that time. It's just funny how it works. I'll try so many things a game there. And then one thing works out and they all love you. And it's just funny because I watched the other game the other day and I was like, you make many mistakes actually in this game and it's your first season, and how did people like you then?
Yeah, it's a nature of sports supporters in general, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes the criticism being unbearable and you know, and you're not someone who's obviously who's seen that a lot, who's seen a lot of it. And so just for the young ones, I think, maybe I'm wrong, the obstacles you've had to overcome to being at the top has maybe helped you deal with that criticism at times, you know. And I think for the young ones, what's the message to them you can give them on that, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think there's always going to be, there's doubters. You can always have doubters. You can always have coaches saying you don't fit into but there is someone that knows what you're worth. They always said I was too small. You would never be able to play international rugby or super rugby. And I was like, okay, that's okay. You say that, but I don't say that. Yeah. It's how you just prove the people wrong. And so you might not get opportunity now. There's people getting opportunities 4 or 5 years later. If you really want it, then you really go get it. And don't stop believing in yourself and what you have. You might not be the biggest, but you've got skill. You might be the biggest. You don't have skill, but you run over people. Everyone is different. I always say to people, they have all these tests and all these things, but there's no test for the heart. Who's got the biggest heart? So you get those guys are the important guys you want in your team and be around.
Yeah, awesome.
I think on that point about heart, back in 2013, you make your Springbok debut. I remember I'm not a light, I was 18, but I was reading an article on SA Rugby magazine saying that you being selected at 15 for the Springboks was the dawn of a new era in Springbok rugby, because we were finally backing a 15 that was going to take the ball to the line, come in at first receiver, that was going to attack, that was going to try and make things happen. Were you given license to thrill effectively, where they like go for it, or was it still structured shackles kind of Springbok rugby?
No, I mean Heineke was Blue Bulls coach, and you know how they played that time and how they won, and they were loads of trophies and stuff, and he believed in that system. But I think when he picked me, and I remember in team meetings he said, "Listen, no one is allowed to chip, but Willie, you can chip." Because in that Super Rugby, when I chipped, it literally just worked out for me and it bounced back into my hands. And no, he gave me freedom. He didn't put me in a shell, and he told you express yourself, that's where you are here, do what got you here, and just back yourself and play the space you see.
Yeah, for sure. And then like the space you see, and like reading the game and being at the right place at the right time, essentially being the linchpin in every team you play in. Was there a player that you mimicked the way you play off, or was it something you learned at PRG, or is it something that came naturally to you?
Yeah, it's hard. I'm not sure. We had this thing at the Springboks as well, where they showed a clip of me how many times I was scanning before I made the pass to Cheetahs against Italy. I think it was 2019 in the World Cup. And then afterwards he asked me, so you literally, the ball is going away from me, but everyone else is looking at the ball, but I'm like literally, he compared it to like Messi and those guys, how they scan before they get the ball. And Felix Jones actually showed this to me, and where I never saw I did that. I didn't even know of it. And then he just showed me, I just said, look at Willie quickly, everyone, and then I was looking, so I was there at the ball there. So always like this. I did it about 30 times before I got the ball, and then passed it to Jason before he scored. And he also asked me, where did you learn that out? And I'm like, I have no idea. That's just
natural.
It's natural. It's like person like Messi will probably say the same thing. Yes, he's probably worked hard, but that does come naturally. Just reading the game. Yeah, it's special.
Playing for the Springboks, did you ever, like going from where you came from, that we spoke about at length, did you ever think you would actually put on that green and gold jersey?
Well, it was always a dream. I always said I want to play rugby. My mom and dad, they know this. There was no chance that I'm not going to play rugby. And obviously, staying in South Africa, you want to play for the Springboks. And then it was, my road. You literally had to climb all the stairs to get there. I never stopped believing. And the day it happened, there was a bit of disbelief, like, is this really happening or is this not true and stuff? And then, yeah, you got there at hard work and not giving up. And even though they said you won't, and even though you said you won't fit into the Springboks game plan and loads of those things, that's just petrol on the fire. It just gives you motivation that people can. Let's see. You need the like the bad comments as much as the good comments, because it means they care.
Yeah.
If they don't complain about you or what you do or stuff, then it means they don't care. 100%. If everyone is just quiet, no one, then what's going on out there? That it's wrong. So yeah, that's how I see it.
But on that, sorry, Case,
Yes.
You want to mention like criticism and the noise and all of that. I know there was a talking point during Chasing the Sun about this, and you're saying public noise and criticism, and you're watching Felix putting that video together for you and the team and everything like that. But it's weird because when we announce you as our one of our signings off season, I mean, we got no disrespect to any other signing because we've had many. It got more comments and more shares and more positive feedback and interaction than any other player I can remember in the last few years.
That I've seen in a while at any club, to be honest.
Definitely. So is it just the nature of the position that you think, because you're always going to be one that's going to try to pull something off, to do something a bit different, that either it comes off and you're a superstar or not, and then you get that criticism? Is it just comes with the territory, I imagine?
And it's Willie Le Roux.
I would say so. I would say I'm not going to like stay in a nutshell and not try my things and be scared what the people are going to talk about me after the game, or the guys that talk about rugby afterwards and who knows everything.
That's us, by the way.
So for me, it's about they signed me here, so they back me, so I can express myself. If I see something on, I'll go for it. If it works out, then everybody's going to love me, and they're going to all say, wow, what a great signing. If it doesn't work out, the other side is going to say, he's old, why is he here? You know what I mean? That you can never win. So I'm just here to do a job and hopefully do as best as I can, and hopefully make everyone proud that is happy for me to be here.
Yeah.
Especially Bulls fans.
Yeah, Bulls fans. No. Bulls fans are the best fans. Yeah, but for sure. You know, and speaking of the Bulls, you played for 3 World Cup winning coaches. Now you're about to play for the 4th one. Tell us, you know, the prospects of working with Jake White and how special he was in you signing for the Vodacom Bulls.
So the thing is, Jake actually signed me at the Verblitz before.
Oh yes, he
in
was
2019. And he got me there. He got me my deal over there. And as soon as I went over, he wasn't there anymore. So we missed each other. So there was always this, like, I was going to play for him, but he wasn't there and stuff like that. And then, yeah, we've been in contact since that. Just here and there talking, how's your things going there? How many years do you have? And stuff like that. And and now it worked out. We are together and going to play for him, and very excited to learn. It's nice to learn from new coaches, see how they do things, and hopefully he backs me if I make mistakes and if the things work out as well. I think you know what he signed, so can't get too upset with him.
No, you can't. No, 100%. And then just a quick one. I just wanted to ask this: from the first 4 games you've seen, in any of the games you've seen, how do you feel about the squad? How do you feel we are developing? No, 5. Sorry, there's 5 games. How do you feel we're developing and the depth we have in the team and like our chances this season?
No, I think there's a lot of depth here. You can pick 3 teams. We train basically with 3 teams against each other. So there's a lot of guys that can fill the roles and guys that are coming back from injuries and stuff like that. And I mean, the guys are very well overseas. When you tour at that time back, when we played Super Rugby, if you win a game overseas, everyone is happy. It's just they won 2 out of their 4 games overseas. That's a great result.
Yeah.
And the last one was very tight. We could have won that as well. I mean, this competition, if you win away from home, then you're in the mix, and you must win your own games. Obviously.
Yeah.
So everyone is banking on their own games. It's the away games that you need to show what you're worth and play away from home, and you don't have this hostile crowd and the weather here and everything is nice and you kick the ball far. And, it's very different when you go there and you play in wet weather, and it's very different. And those teams play so much structure, attacking wise. Their defenses are different. They just got different tricks and trades at the rucks and stuff like that. So it's going to be looking forward to it and excited.
Yeah.
So then, Willie, we've established the kind of player we're getting as Vodacom Bulls fans, but I want to know what kind of person are we getting? So I know you off the field, I think you chill demeanor, kind of more laid back. On the field, we know you competitive as it gets. I mean, I actually remember back in 2018 when I was with the Springbok, we played a game with you and Skulk Brits. I don't know if you remember this. It was a flick contest where we made like paper planes and had to convert it through posts. Flicking.
Okay.
And it was like between, I don't know if you remember this, between you and Skulk, and it was like a World Cup final. And Willie won it. So like that's just like your competitive nature. I mean, we saw you mouthing off with Nick White recently with the way you celebrated after we won the semi-final game, which was amazing.
I loved
all
it.
fans love it. What kind of person are we getting with Willie Le Roux, do you reckon?
No, like you see on the field, it's a bit different. It's a switch. You are competitive. You want your team to do well. You just want to motivate the guys on the field, keep the energy there, keep a positive energy mindset on the field, and I think that's who I am on the field. I just try to uplift the guys, even though it looked like I'm just shouting at the guys. It's more of a building them up and keep on going and motivating them for the next job and stuff like that. And off the field, I'm very chilled and relaxed. I just love a game of golf. Nothing wrong with a cold beer or two, but
100%.
the last 3 weeks have been tough on that. So
I get you.
take a break on the health.
Come to the wrong place.
I think,
Problem. But off the field, very chill. I don't think I'm very different off the field than on the field.
So Willie, I was just saying, that the bus parade, the first city obviously was Pretoria, the capital of rugby and the capital of the country. And, driving past Loftus Fast, all that sea of blue flags, that must have given you a bit of excitement to come to Loftus, eh?
Yeah, definitely did. I got Eskom, Matras, and Moody and Kirtley, and we all stood in the front of the bus when we came past here with the trophies. So I was like, I need to get to the front of a bus now. This is my new home. So just to show the people and just enjoy it with them.
Yeah, awesome.
You've mentioned now the Marku, Moody, Kirkley, especially those two. You could be playing in a back three with them. We don't know if Moody's going to shift to 30 in the season, but just a word on the young talent coming through, and especially in the back line that you're going to play with the Kirkleys, the Moody's, Sergio Peterson, all of these boys.
Oh yeah, no, it's amazing. It's so young and so skillful, and have learned so lot. I think in this World Cup as well, to make them better players, to see the pressure and stuff you're under and certain situations, how to get yourself out of there. So it's unbelievable ball players, and literally you just give the ball to them and let them do their thing. I mean, everyone's got special abilities and what they can do with the ball and like you give it to Kirtley, he's going to step a guy. You give it to Moody, he can run around or step. It's just crazy. Sergio as well, he's been playing so well. So there's so much speed and talent, and I mean these guys they just want the ball, and so we must get it to them as quick as possible.
And that's why you're here, right?
I hope so.
The assist king, as we call it.
I hope so.
The assist king. Oh, there you go.
Okay, last we've just got 3 quick games to play, Willie. The first is quick fire questions, so it'll be just off the top of the dome. First thing that comes to mind, and then either or. So the first is rugby hero growing up.
Carlos Spencer.
Favorite sport outside of rugby.
Golf.
Best player you ever played with.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't have that one as hard. I'm not sure.
Best player you ever played against.
Best player, hardest player to stop was Julian Savia.
The boss. Going out or staying in?
Staying in these days.
Not lately though. Fly off or fullback?
Fullback and fly off.
Okay, bush or beach?
Yeah, that's 50-50.
No, come on, give us something.
That's 50-50.
If you had to
I love
choose.
both. Well, I grew up in Strand, so then I have to go with beach, but I love the bush these days.
Yeah.
Okay, 2019 or 2023?
23.
Lastly, scoring an average try or giving an incredible assist?
No, giving an assist.
Brilliant. Do you want to do yours?
Yeah,
James?
awesome. So this one's called blind rating, okay? So there's 5 players that I have in mind. Then you must rate them. I must put them in the top, wherever in the top 5. So let's say I give you a player, you must say you'll be second, third, fourth, or fifth, but you don't know which player I'm going to say next.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So you can choose. Do you want to do fullbacks, Springbok great fullbacks, or Springbok great wings? Which one do you want to do?
Wings.
Wings. Okay, cool. Let's go. Chester Williams. Where would you put him in the top 5?
4. Is 1 the best now?
Yeah.
Okay.
James Small.
3.
Brian Abana.
2,
JP Peterson,
5.
Brayton Paulser.
He's 1.
He's one now. He's going to be one.
Who's the one you were waiting for?
Which one were you waiting
I
for?
was waiting for Chesley.
Cheslin.
No. Oh, but I said, but it's X players.
Okay. I got it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm happy with that.
okay,
Otherwise, put JP at 1. You would love that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, lastly, the last game we're going to play is build the ultimate fullback. So I'm going to give you a thing like high ball, and you tell me which fullback in your era was the best in that position. Or what was the best? So first is high ball.
I think currently is Freddie Stewart.
Work rate.
The Irish fullback.
Hugo Keenan.
Yes.
Defense.
No, defense. What is the... That's a hard one. I'll go Damian Willemse.
Counter attack.
Fullback. In my era or any, like...
Your era, since you've been playing.
Since I've been playing.
Yeah.
Well, you had Ben Smith and you had Israel Dag.
Israel Dag, yeah. Vision and linking. Got to go yourself, yeah, surely. Got to go Willie Le Roux.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. Vision, I would say. Kurtley Beale.
Okay. Lastly, kicking.
Frans Steyn.
Done. Perfect.
Done.
What a way to end.
Okay. Thanks, Billy.
Great. Thanks, Willie.
Cheers,
Really
guys.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much. Appreciate it.
Lekker.
Dankie julle. Oh, that's okay, but now you must put JP at 1.
Okay, fine.
We'll tell him.
No, we'll tell it's fine. We'll put a disclaimer. You mentioned it. Oh, but you say it.
I was waiting for
Cheslin.
No, do you know why? Because I don't want to put you in that position.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I did 6 players.
No, the rest I'm happy with. It's fine.